There are two Exeters.
Rich, like no.
Hey guys, this is Caitlin and
This is Katie.
where are we headed, Katie?
We're going to St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry.
And we are going to talk to their manager and ask her what it's like, what hunger at Exeter is like.
The Society of St. Vincent de Paul started in the 1800s in France. And this started in Exeter in 1989. St. Michael's down the street here had a small supply of food that they kept on hand. And apparently one weekend somebody had broken in and there was cans that were open and somebody was ravenous and trying to get at food. And the priest at the time asked, he's like, we've got to do something to address this problem here in town. It fluctuates, and it could be anywhere from 100 households a week. It's probably a pretty busy week. I think that there are two Exeters. The Exeter that's perceived when you go downtown, when you go to your lovely campus. People have no idea the hidden needs that's there. Exeter has one of the highest population of trailer parks in the state. So there's a lot of hidden poverty there that people don't know, even when you drive down the street, unless you know to go down certain roads, and then it opens up to a sea of trailers, because that's a very reasonable way to live. The poverty in Exeter is very well hidden, so most people are not aware of the need that exists. I guess just the awareness piece is really key, just understanding that it's more than meets the eye, and that goes for most communities. Exeter's not unique for this. It's just a little bit more well hidden versus Philadelphia or Boston, where it's overtly obvious. Our homeless numbers have doubled last year, and people don't even believe that there's a food pantry in Exeter that's open 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, that the need is that great. And never mind, there's homeless in Exeter, and there is homeless in Exeter. Being aware, I think, would be when you scratch the surface, there's a lot more than meets the eye. There's a lot of churches in town that donate to us regularly. There's also a lot of civic organizations like the Exeter Rotary, things like that. A lot of civic groups help out. So we do live in a really generous community, which we're grateful for. So we do a lot of community partnerships and things like that. And we do work hard at those partnerships too, I should say. We belong to the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. We belong to numerous volunteer groups throughout the state. We work really hard to be integrated, not just on Lincoln Street, but in the town, in the county of Rockingham, and statewide too. That's a really part of getting our message out there and being visible, and again, demonstrating that need exists all the time. So I think that people don't understand that it's something that exists. And they just, what do you mean in Exeter? Because their version of Exeter doesn't look like what a lot of our clients look like. The ignorance is a huge thing that we have to combat. We don't have we don't allow anybody under the age of 18 to volunteer directly with clients, because Exeter's a small town, and chances are that, well, maybe not necessarily you guys, but for kids that go to high school in town, the public school here, they could encounter the bus driver, they could encounter somebody they go to school with. So to preserve the client's dignity and privacy, we just ask that it's adults. But there is other opportunities. We've had I've given tours to some classes, and if you ever wanted to do help out during, we have big, the post office has a huge drive. There's certain days and things like that we allow minors and things like that, or fun, or food drives, things like that. We could always help out with that. So the clients come through and they get bins, and they can help themselves. Produce is lean this time of year, and Phillips Exeter Academy is great. Whenever you guys go on break, they clean out all the dining rooms, and we get all your beautiful produce, which is a huge bump. We love it. These are all all kind of random things that don't fit into neat items. The clients can help themselves. And this is all day-old bread from Hannaford. Hannaford's very good to us. And then for the meat, all this meat that you see here, all the frozen protein, this is all from Hannaford. When they get to near their expiration date, they throw it in the freezer for us. We also receive food from the USDA. We pick that up, I don't know, once every 6 weeks, thereabouts, something like that, when that's available. And we go to the New Hampshire Food Bank on a weekly basis, and we order food from them. And their inventory fluctuates depending upon what they have available. The SNAP benefits don't cover. Last year it cost us $12,000 to purchase its laundry detergent, dish detergent, soap, toilet paper, things like that, because these are things that people would have to pay for out of pocket. So we think it's really important to maintain this, and they are things that people don't think to donate to a food pantry. And the other thing I always want to point out is coffee. Like, we had to purchase this coffee because it's just one of those things most people use, but most people don't think to donate. So that's what that looks like. What happens is the volunteers, the clients will come in very shortly. They stay on this side of the counter, and the volunteers are manned throughout. And then depending upon what's on their sheet, their customized sheet, it tells them how many of each thing, so you can get 6 canned vegetables, so the clients can pick and choose what they want.
All right, we just came from the St. Vincent de Paul food pantry. What did you think?
She was okay. We met with the lady. Her name is Molly Zurillo. She was very kind. She answered all of our questions
And gave us a tour.
She gave us a tour of the food pantry. And something I didn't know was that our school donates to them when we go on break.
Apparently a lot too.
A lot. We donate all of our produce.
They said it was really helpful, especially in the winter, because other people don't donate as much.
Yes.
So that's really good that our school does that. I know too. And she also told us that 100 families come to come to use their services every week. That's a lot of people.
Yeah. And then they also have a bunch of other services like tax services. There's a dental hygiene van that goes around town.
And when we were leaving, we saw the people line up outside.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. But we scurried out of there because we didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable.
Oh, D squared is just all about the community, more or less. We have a little thing above the door there. For a community to be whole and healthy, must be based on people's love and concern for each other, says Millard Fuller. We're about sustainability and just green and giving back and just
Great. And is D squared working with any local food pantries?
Yes, I believe it's St. Vincent.
Yeah, St.
Yeah, right down on Center Street, or not Center Street, wherever street it's called there.
Do you know when the food drive started? You said it's been here forever.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been here for over a year and it's been there since, I'm gonna assume it's been there for longer. So for a while. Dude, I think it's filled up every month and then we just bring it over typically. So.
When you shop at Hannaford, you can help feed another family in your community. Learn how you can give at your local Hannaford.
The Hannaford stores across the country have always been involved in fighting hunger on the local scale.
Every Hannaford store has a food bin as part of their Hannaford's Fights Hunger initiative, which has been helping the local community for upwards of 15 years.
And this is our containment room where everything comes in. And I should have mentioned too, Hannaford is a huge donor of ours. We receive donations from them 5 days a week. They're huge. And we see this huge commercial freezer. This is from Hannaford. So
wow, that's so nice.
Very good to us, yeah. And this is all day-old bread from Hannaford. Hannaford's very good to us. And then for the meat, all this meat that you see here, all the frozen protein, this is all from Hannaford. They're very good to us. We're really fortunate to have them.
Are they things off the shelf that they take off the shelves, or?
It's when they get to near their expiration date, they throw it in the freezer for us. So they're fantastic. They're huge supporters of ours. Yep.
When we asked the manager why he thinks other stores would choose not to donate, he didn't have an answer. He said the best way for individuals to get involved is to donate just an hour of time each week or a few cans.